Eufaula Fire Department. This is a bi-weekly report. This is going to cover from July 7th to July 14th for last week. We had a total of 30 instances at the fire department. We had one cooking fire confined to the container. Residents basically overcooked something, smoked up the property, and the alarm company called in. We arrived on scene. There was no fire. It was already taken care of. Basically, we set up our fans and evacuated smoke out of the building and turned it back over to the tenant. We did have a grass fire that was caused by fireworks, of all things. That close to the 4th of July is not a surprise, but it was a small grass fire close to a residence, so it was put out, and of course the kids were told about the safety of fireworks and all that. We had a grand total around 17 medical incidences. We've had a couple of vehicle accidents with injuries. We had a smoke removal odor in a residence that wound up being some gas cans in the garage, older style gas cans. So it they smelled something, and that's what we figured out that it was. A few public service calls. We did have a fire safety education and a couple burn permits approved. So that's basically the gist of it. So, any questions?
On the accidents with injuries, were they? I know that one of them was serious.
Correct.
Did it take a lot of time to clear both accidents, or?
Well, to clear the patients from the accident, there was some extrication involved. So yeah, it did take a little bit of time on that, but all in all, no more than normal per se. The serious accidents themselves, of course, just by their general nature, have a tendency to take a lot more time, especially with investigation if there's a fatality or anything like that associated with it. So that takes a little bit more time.
I know it takes a concerted effort between you and the police department handling these type of events. Oh,
definitely. Of course, our first priority, is the patient safety and, taking care of the folks that are hurt. But then you have to look at it after the fact that it's a time-taking process doing the actual investigation. That way we can't go in there and just start moving stuff around and replacing it and pulling trucks out of the way, because the investigative part of it that has to kick in, and that really does take a lot more time. It'd be nice if we can just go in, do our job, tear everything up, get the people out that need help, and just clear the way. But we've got to figure out exactly what happened too. So yes, sir, and it is a concerted effort between all agencies involved.
And one of the things I don't think a lot of people realize is that you have an investigation as well as the police department.
Correct. The brass tacks of it is we've got to know what happened. You can't improve safety in the roadways, you can't improve safety in vehicles and all that without doing the investigations.
Has it been helping more lately in the last few years with more extensive use of cell phones in reporting incidents as far as faster response?
Well, we actually had a call one time that somebody requested that we respond extreme 1017, which is respond to emergency. There's emergency response and there's non-emergency response. Our biggest thing is with cell phones, we get a lot of calls in for vehicles overturned or vehicles that are abandoned. So in some cases it has actually caused taking a truck out of service that didn't need to be out of service. Somebody rides by and they see a car in the woods and they call 911. Everybody shows up. Well, the car's been there for 2 days. Or, granted, we want to err on the side of caution, especially. But it's a two-way street, if you will. It has helped, and in some cases, it's hindered a lot too. We just tell people, if you think you need us, by all means, call 911. But if you are calling by cell phone, there's a lot of areas that still don't have the enhanced 911 system. Tell them exactly where you're at. If you don't want to leave your name, that's fine, but at least give us an exact address or as close proximity as possible, to where we're going. Because if you're not there to show us, the county's a pretty big place.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Good morning. I'm Larry Hubbard, Eufaula Police Department, and I'll be doing the crime report for the period of July 10th through July 14th, 2014. In this reporting period, we had a total of 5 arrests, misdemeanor and felony, and investigated 7 accidents. On offense reports, we had fraudulent use of a credit card, had unlawful breaking and entering a motor vehicle and theft of property, on North Eufaula Avenue. We have contributing to the delinquency of a minor on Spruce Circle. Then we have minor in possession of alcohol and leaving the scene of an accident with injury. Highway 30, between Highway 30 and Outback Road.
Call from Mark Jenigan.
Go ahead.
We have a criminal mischief first degree on Meadow Lane. Some tires were cut and paint scratched on the vehicle. We have theft of property on Central Avenue. A bulldog was taken. Theft of property 3rd, South of Fall Avenue. A fishing pole was taken. We had an unattended natural death, Davis Lane. Fraudulent use of a credit or debit card, State Docks Road. A burglary and theft of property at Old Clayton Road. Quite a few guns were taken and they have been recovered. We have theft by deception on Barber Street. Harassment on Broad. Possession of marijuana on Eufaula Avenue at Winn-Dixie. Causing delinquency, dependency, or need of supervision, contributing to delinquency of a minor, Spruce Circle. We have theft of property, South Eufaula Avenue. It's like some shoplifting from Walmart. And on our arrest reports, we have Cordero Rivers arrested for failure to appear, traffic. Artavius Floyd, failure to appear, traffic. We have Shatanya Richardson arrested, failure to appear, traffic. John Wiggum arrested, possession of marijuana 2nd. And lastly, we have Jeremiah Rump arrested for leaving the scene of an accident with injury. And that is a separate one from the offense report. This is from the offense last week on South Randolph. And that is all. Very quiet weekend.
Were there any traffic things of note over the weekend as far as delays on Eufaula
I
Avenue?
haven't heard any complaints. And I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm also getting reports in from people, I think there was a fraudulent use of a debit card reported, have to do with Murphy USA.
Quite a few of them.
You're still getting reports, a lot of
I
reports?
haven't,
on that?
no, not still getting, but we got 6 or 8 reports from that, and hopefully I can talk more about it Thursday. Tomorrow, you make yourself a note to call me if I need to check some things before I release any information. It involves more than just our jurisdiction, so please call me.
Okay.
I worked last night and I got to work today, so I'll probably forget. You know, this goes to the captain, so I won't have it to write my note on. If I write it on my hand, that's why I'm asking you to please remind me tomorrow.
Sure.
It's pretty interesting.
Let me ask you a question in general, not about this specific case. What are the most things that people should look out for about debit cards and credit cards to protect themselves?
I will have to find out. I was thinking about that when we were doing this case, and I was told that when you use it like at the gas pumps, you're supposed to use it as a credit. But I need to find out if that's still true, because technology these days are just crazy. The one thing I do is I have 2 accounts. One that carries the bulk of what little money I have. The other one I pay my bills with. And I just transfer just the right amount of funds to pay the bills. That way if someone does hack into it, by whatever means, they don't get my money. And when you live paycheck to paycheck, $100 hurts. So But I will find out when Tiffany calls me tomorrow and reminds me. And find out the best safeguard.
I know
The simple
which-
answer is pay cash.
I know one of the things that I've been troubled with here and at other places, I had a hotel that ran a trial balance on what my bill was gonna be. And then they ran it, and I didn't get my money back for 3 weeks after that.
I've heard that before. Some gas stations pre-approve like $140 or something, which could be a tank of gas in like a Suburban. And it's taking a while to get it off of suspense and give you money back if you only got $20 worth.
Yes.
So I'll find out. I'm actually talking to a guy in Florida that's an expert at this kind of stuff. And I'll reach out to him when you remind me to. And get us some good information.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you nothing wrong.